Nobody will learn anything from me. Don't tell me off myself.
Hey, you! Is the amulet ready?
Yes, here. I had to make a new setting for the stone. I worked on it all night, and now it's as good as new.
Let's wait and see what happens.
I want to know more about forging magic ore weapons.
What kind of weapon would you like to make?
He thinks he's going to believe that himself. Do you really think that? I can't help it. Same old thing all over again. Devil's cause more trouble. I couldn't care less. You can have to feel sorry for somebody differently. Can't realize it me anymore. Let's wait and see what happens.
What with? Wait a minute.
I used to say that myself.
What with?
Been there, done that. That was no big deal. Nobody ever asked about himself. Can't rely on that. You should have known that. So gonna get out. That's the first time you had it. You have to feel sorry for people differently. Never change. Know who to believe these days.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, he really said that.
That's delicious, like you said.
No idea. Tell me.
What with?
You should have known.
Hey, you! Can I?
I don't have...
No idea. Tell me.
Hey, you!
To believe these days.
Hey!
Sooner or later.
What do you need?
That's not a thing or two.
Tell me that isn't true.
As it is.
I wouldn't tell you to know that.
I didn't get
Get
that
away
from
with
me.
that. Nobody ever asked us about it differently. Can't rely on
What to
that.
believe anymore.
As if I didn't have enough edge.
Instead,
It's all just gossip.
What with?
Nothing wants out anymore. I've got no time for things like
Angar himself was after him.
Why haven't I heard that change? I used to say that myself.
What with?
You pick that up.
I don't know who to believe these days.
You
Same
understand
old
and
thing
sort
all
things out.
over again. All that's one of these strategies, so don't tell me that.
I've got my own opinion about that.
I already know who to believe these days. I've got no time for things like that. I'm all off myself.
Where'd you pick that up then? Do you really think that's for my opinion?
Things I could tell you.
Never been wrong, though.
Same old thing all over again.
What with?
He thinks it's an easy thing.
As if I didn't have that much. I didn't get that from me.
Sooner or later.
Hey!
That's no secret.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
believe everything you hear.
I've got no time for things like that. Same old thing all over again.
I've talked to Vatras.
Ah, good. Where is he?
He's preparing a ritual at the Circle of the Sun in order to heal the Eye of Innos.
If that is true, then maybe there is hope after all.
Vatras wants Zardas and you to help him with that.
What? Zardas will be there too? You cannot be serious.
Hey, this wasn't my decision. Vatras insists.
It is always that Zardas. I am tired of it. Things could hardly get any worse. So how do I know that Zardas is not in league with the enemy? I cannot trust Zardas, no matter how much we may need him. I am sorry, but I cannot help Vatras under these circumstances.
I've got no time for things.
It can't be done without you. Vatras wouldn't be able to perform the ritual otherwise. You'll have to trust Zardas.
There is nothing that I have to do, you hear? I do not have the slightest proof that Zardas is not working against us. I cannot do this.
What if I could bring you some proof?
That is impossible, I fear. It would really have to impress me. As far as Zardas is concerned, I have my doubts whether he can still impress me at all.
I'm staying out of it.
Hey! The Eye of Innos has been destroyed.
What are you saying? Destroyed?
I found it up in the northern forests. Unfortunately, I've only been able to salvage its fragments.
That was our only chance to stand up to those dragons, and it's gone. We have failed.
What now?
This is a painful blow. We have to reorient ourselves. I shall retreat and ponder the matter. In the meantime, you should go to town and talk to Vatras, the water mage. I could imagine that maybe he knows what's to be done.
Vatras sent me to you.
That's good. What did he say?
He said something about a reversal ritual at the Circle of the Sun?
That old devil. I think I know what he's up to. You have come to summon me to him.
Looks like it. When will you set out?
I must not keep Vatras waiting. I shall be on my way immediately. You must fulfill your tasks and then join me again.
Wait a minute. Pyrakar refuses to show up for the ritual. First, he wants proof that he can trust you.
Ah, really? Pyrakar. How interesting. That old geezer is getting to be a nuisance. But I think I've got something for you that'll be useful. Back when I left the Order of the Fire Magicians, I took a few things with me from the monastery. I didn't want a troop of paladins or fire magicians to turn my tower upside down at some point and find all those things. So I hid them in safe places where the magicians would certainly never look for them.
And where?
Some of them lie locked in a chest on Sekob's farm.
You trust that Sekob?
No, but he can be bought and ask no awkward questions. Also, the chest is locked. Here's the key. There's a very old book among those things. When Pyrakar sees that book, he'll know it came from me. It is of no further use to me, so I guess it can at least fulfill this purpose.
Is the reversal ritual going to work?
I cannot be sure. That depends on what exactly Vatras is going to do.
Telling you anything new. I never knew that. He doesn't see that. They know who to believe these days.
You can't rely on that.
Nobody wants to know.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
What are you doing here?
I've been asking myself that for several years. Sekab, my husband, has fallen out with everyone in the area by now. He's in debt everywhere, and so he steals goods from Onar's stocks and sells them in town. By now, he's accumulated a fortune with his underhanded dealings, and he works our field hands until their backs break. His own people call him nothing but slave driver these days. I'm not particularly proud to call myself the wife of Sekab. Believe me, sometimes I wish the barrier were still in place. Would you like to buy something to eat? Or perhaps something for hunting in the forest?
What can you offer me?
What do you want?
Barrier?
Well, it's the dome that used to enclose the old Valley of Mines. Many of the farmers and workers who committed a crime back then were simply tossed in there, and they never came back.
Why did the militia attack you on your farms here?
Because there's nobody there to prevent them from simply plundering our farms instead of buying our goods. The king is far away, and we just have to put up with working for Onar and hoping that Onar will send help when we really need it.
What does Onar's help look like?
Sometimes we receive warning in advance when some militiamen are planning to pay us a visit on their own account to rob us. Then we send somebody to the old landowner to ask him for help. And then usually, it doesn't take long for the mercenaries he pays to come here and chase off the militia. But when all is said and done, the mercenaries aren't much better.
Have you ever been at the barrier?
No, we only heard about it. Bengar, the farmer on the high pastures, can surely tell you more about that. His farm is quite close to the pass which leads to the Valley of Mines.
How can I get to...
Go ask Ben. He'll be able to tell you how.
Keep your chin up.
Take care of yourself and don't.
These are bad. I guess.
Hey! Did something happen?
You've got to help me. The Black Robes have invaded my house. I know you mercenaries aren't big on charity, but I would pay you. Those fellas said they were looking for something, but surely not in my house. Please help me make them go away again.
There he is.
Your house is empty. The Black Hoods have left.
You did a great job. Onar can count himself lucky to have people like you on his side.
Not so fast, my friend. You were babbling about a reward, weren't you? Or was I just hearing things?
All that I can do is give you a bit of gold and ask you to spare me.
Give it here then. I'm in a hurry.
Here.
Wait a minute. Has anything happened in the meantime?
Nothing since those scoundrels in black were in my house.
Wait a minute.
What?
I brought this book from Zardas. It's a token of his trust.
Show me. But this is incredible. Do you have even the slightest notion what it is that you just gave me?
No.
This is an ancient, long-lost tome from days gone by. We all thought that it was lost for good, and now I learn that Zardas knew all along what had become of it.
So will you be there for the ritual?
Yes, I shall depart for the Circle of the Sun, but certainly not because I am convinced of Zardas's good intentions. In fact, I am going to make this jackal explain where he has kept the book hidden for so many years. He has definitely gone too far this time. I shall see you at the Circle of the Sun.
That doesn't surprise me.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Nobody will learn anything from me. Will it ever change?
You have to step in and sort things out.
You already know what I think.
Do you think you can patch up the eye again?
Hard to say. Let us wait and see.
I did everything you told me to do. Here's the repaired eye.
Indeed, there is nothing missing now for the performance of the ritual.
What about the swamp weed?
Ah, yes. Do you have 3 swamp weed plants then?
Yes. Here are the 3 plants.
Excellent. You have done well. But now, step aside so that we may begin the ceremony. May our spirits unite!
Is the reversal ritual going to work?
I cannot be sure.
It is finished. We have succeeded in thwarting the enemy's plan and restoring the eye. Let Pyrokar explain to you how to use its power. I hope that I shall see you again once you have accomplished your mission. Farewell.
Now that the Eye of Innos is healed, you must face the dragons. They all serve Beliar, the god of darkness. But there must be an earthly power that controls them. That much has become clear to me. Find out what the source of their power is. As soon as you've found that out, come back to me.
You did it! The Eye of Innos is healed.
I would hardly have believed it possible.
What remains to be done here?
Do not waste your time on trivial things. Go and vanquish the dragons. Here, take the eye. Bear in mind that you need to talk to a dragon first before you can attack it. The power of the eye will force the dragons to speak to you and tell the truth. Furthermore, it offers protection against their attacks when you wear it. However, its power does not last. You will have to fill it up again with magical energy. To do that, you need the essence of a dragon's heart, which you merge with the eye on an alchemist's bench. Only then can you dare face another dragon.
Thanks, I'll remember that.
You now have everything you need. Go then. You do not have much time left.
Wait a minute.
Where did you pick that up then?
That'll only cause more trouble.
Things would have turned out differently
telling you
if it
anything
hadn't
new.
been for us.
Of course we got it again.
There's another of those gummy beasts. Keep on the last monster around. There've been all kinds of rumors.
But he knew that all along.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
Wait a minute.
It can't go on like this forever.
That's totally obvious.
Wait a minute. Huh. What?
Where did you pick that up then?
You don't have to ask me that.
Where do you come from?
We come from,
Got my own opinion.
the
about
city.
that.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
But he knew that all along.
I see. From the city, then.
See?
Nobody ever
You
asked.
understand. Here, have a swig.
He really didn't deserve that.
What are you doing here?
We heard about the dragon hunt, so we packed up our stuff and came here. But to be honest, I don't give a shit about dragons. I just want a bit of gold. Dragons have gold, don't they?
Why get so
Certainly.
Do you really think?
That's all.
What do you know about the dragons?
I only know the stories they tell the children. You know, virgins, gold, fire breathing, that kind of thing.
Where are you planning to go from here?
No idea. We're still thinking about it.
You could go to the castle.
Wild horses couldn't drag me there.
hardly know what's
Not to the
going on.
paladins. I'm not going back to jail.
You hardly know.
I was there once, and that was enough for me.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
What about the orcs?
The whole castle is surrounded. There aren't any gaps. Trying to sneak through there is insane. If you try to fight, you're a dead man. Nobody gets through there.
Ah, really?
Believe that.
What were you in the slammer for?
The swine nabbed me for poaching. For 2 lousy hairs.
Got him in the
They
egg.
slapped me with 10 years for that.
That was all?
Well, okay. Of course I defended myself.
And?
I couldn't do anything about it. The guy tripped and broke his neck.
That's all just-
Honest.
I've heard a thing or two.
You shouldn't have let yourself get caught.
I bet you've never been in jail, have you? Then I should teach you a lesson about what can happen to a body in jail.
Not off myself.
Do you really think?
trouble.
Do you have anything to drink?
I assume that it's not water you want.
No, damn it. I need something alcoholic so I can finally get rid of these damn headaches. When I haven't had anything to drink for a while, my skull feels like it's gonna explode at any moment.
I'm not touching that.
Here, take this.
He never would have thought of that himself.
You have to step in and sort things out.
That hit the spot. So, now I can think clearly again.
That from me.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, he really said
What are you
that.
doing here anyway?
I don't have any idea what we're doing here or when it'll start. And I don't care as long as I have enough to
You
drink.
hardly know who to believe these days.
Do you know where the dragons are then?
What's in it for me if I tell you?
No better off myself.
I've still got a bottle of gin.
I'd fight every dragon in the world for a fine vintage. Agreed. Give me the bottle. I'll keep that for a rainy day.
I'd have gone about it differently.
All right now, where are those dragons?
Naturally, I can't tell you anything precise, but I've heard that there are supposed to be 4 dragons. We've seen a red glow over the highest mountain at night. I swear by my mother, if you're looking for a dragon, then you'll definitely find one there.
I'm not touching that.
All right.
Naturally, I can't. We've seen a...
I'm looking for someone who can teach me something.
I could teach you a few things. I'm the best fighter for miles around. Since we're friends, I'll give you a special price. 300 gold pieces.
I agree with you completely.
All right, here's the money.
He ran like Beliar himself was after him.
Let's start with the training.
I can't help him.
Wouldn't be so sure.
I never knew that.
You have to step in and sort things out.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
I already thought as much.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Come back once you've had more experience.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Is it really true?
Here's something to drink for you.
I'm not touching that.
I'd have gone about it differently.
I'm feeling a lot better. I'm ready for anything.
That.
Here's something to drink for you.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
I'm feeling a lot better. I'm ready.
Here's something.
Pick that up then.
Do you really believe that?
I'm feeling a lot.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
Hey, come over here.
What do you want?
This valley's a dangerous place, and without the right equipment, you'll find yourself dead in no time.
I assume that you've got the right equipment.
You guessed it. I might even sell it to you.
Do you sell information as well?
That depends. If the price is right, I'll tell you everything I know.
How much do you charge?
Hard to say. But I think that 50 gold pieces for every piece of information I give you sounds about right.
I need some information.
50 gold pieces.
Yes, here. Now tell me. Tell me about the orcs.
The orcs haven't been here long. At least those orcs in front of the castle, that is. But I'm wondering about how well they're organized. Orcs usually attack blindly, no matter what. These orcs are biding their time. They're waiting, but we don't know for what.
I need...
50...
Yes, now... Tell me about the castle.
It lies pretty much in the center of the Valley of Mines. Back when the valley was still a prison, the ore barons controlled the entire ore trade from there.
I need... Now... Tell me about the Valley of Mines.
The Valley of Mines of Carinus is known all over the country for its magic ore. These mountains are the only place where the magic ore can be found. A weapon forged from this ore is virtually unbreakable and will cut through the strongest armor. Until a few weeks ago, the entire valley was surrounded by a magic barrier. It was impenetrable, and nobody could get out.
Yeah, now... Tell me about the dragons.
Dragons are ancient, incredibly powerful creatures. Once there were thousands of them living all over the world. It's been over 100 years, though, since any of them were seen. Their blood is as hot as boiling oil. If they look into your eyes, your heart will turn to stone, so I've heard.
What can you offer me?
Why haven't I heard about this before?
I see you've joined the Dragon Hunters.
I followed Silvio into the Valley of Mines because I know my way around here best and wanted to get a clear picture of the situation. I'll tell you what, something's definitely brewing here. I've never seen so many orcs in one place in all my life. It wouldn't surprise me if Garand and the paladins in the castle had all fled or been slain by now.
He was falling down.
What are your plans now?
I'll follow the boys here to the Valley of Mines first, and then take off later. I really have to find out what the orcs are planning.
I'll see you around.
Look out for yourself.
That's exactly what I said.
What are you doing here?
That is truly the stupidest question I've heard in a long time.
You didn't get that from me.
I can't tell anything from that idiotic face you're making. That's why I have to ask.
Your mouth's too big for my taste. It's time somebody shut it for you.
Wait a minute.
Well, at least you've got some gold on you. I think I'll take your weapon.
They all ran like rabbits.
Hey, you. Guys like you should watch where they're going.
What are you trying to tell me?
I mean that the air out here isn't good for your health. And the place is just swarming with orcs and monsters. Not to mention the dragons. It's just a well-intentioned warning.
I've heard a thing or two.
Can you tell me anything I don't know already?
I can give you a good piece of advice, and it's even free. We can't use anyone here who faints dead away at the slightest dragon fart. Go home. This is a job for real men.
I hardly know
Are you the boss here?
Do I look like it? Certainly not. We don't need any self-important jerk ordering us around. When Silvio tried to act like he was the boss, we showed him and his buddies what we thought of that. There was a brawl. In the end, they left on their own. I hope Silvio wound up in a soup kettle of some orc.
Anything's possible.
So, you want to kill dragons?
Smart ass. So, do you know how to bring down a dragon? Do you think the beast will just sit there quietly while you chop off its head? Something like that takes good planning and decisive action.
I see. And how are you gonna go about that?
First, we'll scout out where we can find the beasts. Only then will we think about the best way to attack.
I think you won't even find a blind sheep.
What? You want me to push in your stupid face?
Well, at least you've got some gold on you. I think I'll take your weapon.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
You didn't get that from me.
It's good that you've come. All hell is breaking loose here. A lot of us are getting really worried by now and no longer truly believe that we'll ever make it out of here alive.
Weren't there 2 of you sentinels up here?
Not anymore. Sengrath stood here on the battlements when suddenly he fell asleep. His good crossbow fell down when that happened. We could only just see one of the orcs snatch it up and disappear with it into the darkness. Sengrath woke up then and just ran into the night towards the orc palisades. He hasn't come back since. Innos, be with us.
I want to learn from you.
Okay, fire away.
Do you have any news?
The only thing that's happened recently is you dragon hunters coming here.
Show me your wares. I want to train.
I can't teach you, and you're very only a...
You're pulling such a long face.
Damn it to hell. I tell you, you have to watch like a hawk. If you turn your back for a moment, all your stuff is gone. Dirty scum.
What scum?
You shabby dragon hunters, of course. Who else? You gotta watch out, I tell you.
Did someone steal from you?
No. They smuggled 20 gold pieces into my pocket. Of course they stole something, you idiot. I tell you, when I get my hands on the dirty swine...
So what are you missing?
My purse, with all my savings in it. And now it's gone.
It'll turn up somewhere.
When I get my hands on him.
It was just like you said. That's really not my problem. It was just like you said.
What are you doing here?
I'm getting ready to fight. What else?
I don't know why he gets so...
Who do you want to fight against?
I thought I'd drop in on the paladins and kick their fat asses. Idiot. Against the dragons, of course. What did you think?
Don't the paladins mind you being here?
Nonsense. They have entirely different problems. Most of them are glad to be still alive. The boys' morale isn't the best. That will be their downfall. I mean, just look at those nicked blades they're fixing to go into battle with. Any reasonable warrior would desert immediately.
I have my own opinion about that.
Have you separated from your group?
My group? I don't have a group. I'm a trophy collector. If I go home without a trophy, then I won't know what I came for. So I can't use anybody else.
Have you set eyes on a dragon yet?
No. I want to get my weapons in shape before I set off.
I already thought as much.
Aren't you afraid that somebody might beat you to it?
What? Who? Silvio? Your boss really thinks he can make a killing here, huh?
I'm not one of Silvio's people. I work for myself.
Oh, all right then. Forget I said anything. Have you seen the pathetic figures he's got with him? Silvio can be glad if he gets out of here alive.
I already thought as much.
Silvio was here?
Here in the castle, you mean? Yeah, he was. But only for a short time. He chatted with a few people here and then set out again.
That's the first I've heard of it.
So where is Silvio now?
The paladins here mentioned an ice dragon in the west. It's supposed to be the most dangerous and powerful of them all. You should have seen the gleam in Silvio's eye when he heard that. One guess where he went.
I already thought...
You don't seem to like him.
What do you mean, like? I'm not particularly proud that I know him. Silvio doesn't have any friends. He needs people who follow him no matter what.
That's not for me. I work alone.
I already thought as much.
Can you help me improve my weapons?
Improve? Better to buy something new and throw away the junk you're carrying around. Maybe I've got something for you. Interested?
Innos enlightens all
What can you sell me?
I think I've got what you want.
I don't believe this is going to change.
That's all just gossip.
That was obvious.
Innos enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom.
It can't go on like this forever.
Innos enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom.
Some don't even know how wicked they are.
I'm not telling you anything new.
I don't believe this is going to change.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
I already thought as much. Don't say you didn't know that.
Do you really believe that? That's not what I heard.
For that is the will of Innos.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Don't I know you?
Like my own
You were Cor Angar. You used to be a Templar in the swamp camp.
Know who to believe.
Call me Angar. I have set aside my title.
The will of
The
Innos.
Brotherhood of the Sleeper has disbanded. Curious, but you seem somehow familiar to me. Yet I cannot quite recall you.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, I haven't been able to sleep properly for some time. These constant nightmares.
Don't say you didn't know that.
How did you get here?
Is it really true? After the collapse of the magic barrier, I hid myself in the mountains.
like you said.
It became time for me to do something. I strayed about for days until I suddenly awoke in the castle. Do not ask me what happened. I don't know. To make matters worse, I have also lost the amulet which I have had for years. I shall go mad if I do not find it again. That's not what I heard.
What will you do next?
I shall rest a while first, so that I may take up the search for my lost amulet. I have heard something of dragons.
I don't believe this is
It is also being said that many warriors have come to the Valley of Mines to hunt them. I am thinking of joining them.
The will of Innos.
What happened to the others from the swamp camp?
The last thing I remember is that the barrier collapsed, accompanied by a nerve-shattering scream. Stricken with panicked fear, we fell to the ground, writhing in pain. That voice, it grew ever louder.
Don't tell me you didn't know.
And then, when it was over, they all ran mad and disappeared into the bleak night, screaming loudly. I have not seen them again.
I already thought as much.
Justice will prevail in the end.
Where exactly did you lose your amulet?
Somewhere in the south, shortly before I awoke here in the castle. I suspect it was stolen. I absolutely must have it back.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
I found your amulet.
Thank you. I thought I would never see it again.
All along.
I don't believe
What are you
this
planning
is
to do
going
now?
Get out of this accursed valley. Perhaps we shall meet again. Farewell.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
I never knew that.
Same old thing.
That's totally obvious.
That's no secret.
I'm telling you, anyways,
He didn't get that from me.
if he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
It was a really, really stupid idea to come here. I thought there was something to be had here, but there's nothing here but a few arrogant paladins and orcs.
You forgot about the dragons.
How could I forget? I'll tell you what, I'm a blacksmith, not a warrior. Look, I make weapons. The fighting I leave to others.
Then why aren't you standing behind an anvil?
The paladins here won't let me into the smithy. I can't make anything unless I want to wind up in the dungeon.
His deeds were just.
What's in it for me if I help you?
I don't have anything. At the most, I could teach you something.
Like this forever.
I know a method of making blades forged from magic ore even harder.
I'll try to help you.
How will you manage that? Parsifal has ordered a watch kept on us. No one would dare to disregard it.
I'll do whatever I can.
I can't imagine that he would listen to you.
Where do you come from?
I've joined up with some men from the mountains. We were headed for the valley to make a real profit hunting dragons. Their leader went by the name of Silvio. Boy, what an ass. He treated me like I was his property.
What happened in the castle?
Nothing that I've heard. Of course, I'm worried about what's happened outside the castle.
Nobody ever asks for my.
What happened?
Nothing that.
I'm no better off myself.
I already thought as much.
Where do you come from?
From the mainland. My people and I fled here.
Don't say.
The situation there is getting worse. The orcs leave nothing but burned out villages behind. The king has lost control of his realm.
Everything you hear.
That's not what I heard.
Where are your people now?
I left them. They thought they could take everything they wanted, even if it doesn't belong to them.
Will it ever change?
Count me out.
You mustn't believe.
What else do you know about the war?
The orcs are outside the capital. But whether it's fallen yet, I don't know. The last thing I heard was that the king is dead. But I don't believe that.
What are you doing here in the castle?
I heard about the dragons and wanted to help fight them. Unfortunately, I lost my sword when I was sneaking past the orcs. And now I'm stuck here. Without a sword, I can't get out of here. And the swords I can buy here are the worst junk.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
Don't tell me you didn't.
What will you give me if I find you a good sword?
Alas, I can't give you anything. I spent my last gold on the sword.
I never knew that.
Maybe I've got another sword for you.
Someone's gonna pay for that.
That's a good blade. Really excellent work. Are you sure you want to give it to me?
No.
I can understand.
It's a bad business.
That's exactly what I said.
He really said that. He didn't get that from me.
He should have
off myself. He ran like Beliar himself was after him.
It's totally obvious.
Don't say you didn't know that.
How would you like to work for me from now on?
Why not? What are you paying? I've got my own opinion about that.
I wouldn't have done that.
I don't need you to.
Things would have turned out differently if it hadn't been for us. Been there, done that.
Know that.
Been there, done that.
You have to feel
sorry. Do you have anything to drink?
I assume.
No, but
I'll go better off myself.
I couldn't care less.
It can't go on like this forever.
He doesn't see that. Can't help it.
Tell me that isn't true.
That was quite obvious.
Do you really believe that?
I'll keep.
Things would have turned out differently if it hadn't been for us.
Where did you pick that up then?
I never knew that.
I could, since we...
You don't have to tell me that.
I've heard a thing or two.
It's a bad business.
I've got no time for things like that.
Come back.
It can't go on like this forever.
I'd have gone about it differently.
Can't rely on that.
You didn't get that from me.
Do you really believe that?
No idea. You tell me. Anything's possible.
I've heard a thing or two.
That was no big deal.
Never mind.
That was quite obvious.
How would you like to work for me from now on?
Why not? What are you paying?
Believe everything you hear.
And there's more, believe me.
Well, I'll pay you 100 gold coins for now.
All right then. It's a start anyway.
He thinks it's
Go
as
ahead.
easy as that.
I'll follow you.
That was quite obvious.
Hey, come over here.
What do you want?
This
I assume.
you got.
Oh.
I've got no time. Huh. What?
Where
we come from?
I see.
Here.
What
we heard, but to drag,
sir.
You know.
Where?
No,
You could go
wild. I'm not.
What?
No.
Ah.
They slap.
That was all.
Well, okay.
I
could.
Sounds familiar.
You know what I mean. The rich bastards don't have any idea how we're treated. That doesn't worry them in the least.
Can you teach me how to hunt?
An animal has more than just meat. I can hardly wait.
Show me how to gut a dragon.
So you can rake in all the... Well, all right.
Oh, that's... Show me how to...
Come back.
It was just like you said. I don't believe this is gonna change.
Hey, you.
What are you trying...
I mean, not...
Practice more.
Can you tell...
I can give you a good... We can't use it. Go home.
That was no big deal.
Do I look like it? When Sylvie... There was a... I hope so.
Got him in the end.
Been there, done that.
Of course we got him in the end.
Hey.
No idea. You tell me.
Something like...
I see.
First, only...
You have to step in and sort things out.
Been there, done that.
How are you gonna get past the orcs?
We'll worry about those details later.
That all along.
I'd love to watch you do...
Get yourself back over the pass. Otherwise...
Hey.
I can't believe that.
I used to say that myself.
Don't say you didn't know that.
What are you hoping to find?
Gold and honor. What else? Enough to spend the...
Well then,
I don't need... Another one of those things. Another one of those things.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing to plunder.
Another one of those things. All right, so much for you, filthy beast.
Hey, you!
Really dangerous area here.
Wait a minute. Do you need...
Sure.
Nothing to plunder. Nothing there. Wait a minute.
Really dangerous area here.
Wait a minute.
Do you...
Sure. Wait a minute.
Do you...
Sure. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Do you need...
Sure. Wait a minute. Sure.
Another one of those things. So much for you, filthy beast.
Come with me.
I'm starting to get the feeling that I should get more money from you. I want another 100 gold coins.
All right, you're worth it.
I should say so. Then let's get going.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing there.
Another one of those things. Another one of those things.
Nothing to plunder. Nothing to be had there.
Another one of those things.
Nothing there.
Another one of those things.
Nothing to be had there.
I'm starting to get the feeling that I should get more money. I want another.
All right.
I should. Really dangerous area here. You go in front. I'll keep in the background.
Hey.
I've heard a thing or two.
Innos enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom. He listened to the wrong people. Nobody will learn anything from me.
But he knew that all along. It's good that you've come. All hell is breaking loose here. A lot of us are getting really Not anymore. His good. We could only send Innos.
I found Sengrath.
Really? Where is he?
He's dead. Here's his crossbow. He had it with him.
He must have gotten his crossbow back. But then the orcs seem to have slain him after all. Damn fool. I knew it. We're all going to die. Okay.
Show me.
The only thing that's happened recently is...
Hey, you! I want to train. You didn't. When I.
No, I mean, any no. Oh, have you, Sylvia? Here. What's up? I think.
Don't say you didn't know that.
It was a
He doesn't see that. I can't.
the pal.
I'll do it.
I can't.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Mustn't believe
What?
anything you hear.
That's been known a long time.
That was obvious.
The king.
I'm no better off myself.
I've heard a thing or two.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
I already thought as much.
It's really not my problem.
Mustn't believe everything you hear.
If you didn't, I. So my when I.
I don't believe this is going to change.
Would there a change?
Wait a minute.
No, I'm any. No. What?
I'm not.
Oh, have you, Sylvia? Here. What, Sylvia? That's.
What?
It can't go on like this forever.
It was a
Innos enlightens all those who recognize
the pal.
You really didn't deserve that. Where did you pick that up?
Where do you...
From the main. The king had...
Where...
His deeds were just...
without a sword, I can't...
Listen to the wrong people.
I shall find your sword.
That would be great. You should look for it on the high cliff to the south. I probably lost it there, near the orc tents.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
I don't believe this is going to change.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
You really didn't deserve that.
That's not what
I don't know why you get so worked up.
I don't know who to believe these days.
It was just like you said.
It's a bad business.
You didn't get that from me.
Do you really believe that?
Hey, you!
How's lousy? How about you?
Show me your...
Is it really true?
Like my own opinion about that.
Some problem solved itself.
Where did you pick that up then? You mustn't believe everything you hear.
All quiet.
Quiet, yes.
But...
My navel's rubbing against my backbone, man. Garan cut the food rations again. If I don't get a decent meal down my throat, then I'm going to bite Garan's fat ass.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
maybe I could give you something.
Are you crazy? Certainly not here. If one of the others sees, I'll have a ton of new friends, if you know what I mean. You can find me in the Magician's Temple when everyone else has retired. There's hardly anyone in the temple at this time anyway. I'll wait for you there. But just don't show up with dry bread or some raw hunk of meat, got it?
Nobody ever asks.
Still hungry?
Beat it.
Can't believe that. It was just like you said. It's totally obvious. This is gonna change. Who said that?
I want to be... Why aren't you at work?
But that's disgusting. Have you had a look in my chamber? Those filthy meat bugs are everywhere. I have no idea who set up quarters in there before, but I'm certainly not going back into that Filthy Sty. I hate those beasts. And stop grinning like an idiot. Come here, damn beast. Hey, I've still...
All right, so much for you, filthy beast.
The meat bugs are gone. You can go back to polishing your thumb screws or whatever.
Are you sure that not one of those monsters is left?
Pretty sure.
All right, then. Here, take this gold as a token of my gratitude.
Oh, don't make me cry. Wait a minute. Are you all right?
And are you sure those meat bugs are gone?
Look, there's one right behind you.
What? I'm out of here.
Those are all just rumors.
Wouldn't be so sure you didn't get that from me.
Everything you hear. That's nothing new.
I already thought as much. It's the first I've heard of it.
He should have known better.
I don't believe this is gonna change. I've got my own opinion about that. We can only wait and see.
That's nothing new.
Enough trouble as it is. Nothing's going to change about that.
That's the first I've heard of it.
As if I didn't have enough problems. Who said that?
I don't know why I get so worried out as much.
As if I didn't have enough. I don't want to hear that anymore.
Anything new?
If you want to learn the news, then ask the Knights. I'm just an imprisoned cook.
Those are all just rumors.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
I'm back.
I can see that for myself. Where are the reinforcements?
Lord Hagen will come as soon as he's settled everything. Much has happened.
I don't care. I need troops. There are more and more orcs, and we can't hold out much longer. My men are tired, and we're running out of provisions.
Some volunteers have arrived.
You mean yourself and your fellow dragon hunters, eh? You can help us, but there just aren't enough of you. If Hagen doesn't send some men soon, I can't make any guarantees.
He really should have known better.
Can you give me more information about the dragons?
I have other things to worry about. My strategic officer Aura can tell you more about that.
Have there been any more dragon attacks in the meantime?
Luckily not.
Can't rely on that.
For the moment, they're holding off.
Have there been any more?
Luckily not.
There is a problem with the smith.
What, Smith? He's disappeared into the woodwork. Is he back? Then you can tell him.
No, I'm talking about Jan. He is a dragon hunter, just like me, and a good blacksmith.
That's good. Our previous smith just slinked off, the coward.
Jan would be willing to take over the smithy.
I see. So you think I can trust him?
Yes?
If you're so sure, then you can vouch for him. If he causes any trouble, you'll answer for it. Agreed?
I'll think about it.
How can I trust him, even if you won't?
Do you really think?
Without someone to vouch for him, this Yan can keep his hands off the forge.
All over again.
Nobody ever asks me.
I'm back already.
I never thought we would see you here again. After that scene when you were here a few days ago. Maybe your appearance is a good omen.
I need more information about the dragons.
A rather large swamp has developed in the last couple of days to the west of the old castle. That's rather suspicious, wouldn't you say?
I need more information about the dragons.
At the moment, alas, I've got nothing for you.
I need more.
At the moment.
Can I help?
At the moment, we seem to have. There is something, however. Something very important which you could do for us outside of these walls. We are planning to cut off the serpent's head.
What do you mean by that?
We know one of their leaders. His name is Hosh-Pak. He is one of the most influential shaman among the orcs.
And what is my role?
Kill him.
That's a joke.
You want to help us, don't you? Well then, Hosh-Pak's tent is situated outside of the siege circle, on a cliff to the south of here. You can almost see it from one of the windows there.
I still need some equipment.
We don't have much left that we could give you. Well, I can offer you this.
I'll take the elixir of strength.
Here, this will certainly come in useful. I wish you luck.
All right, I shall kill Hosh-Pak.
I am glad to hear that. Hosh-Pak's tent stands on a small cliff. You must have seen it before. It is not far from the path to our mine, directly in the shadow of the big mountain. At the moment, the orcs are becoming more and more numerous. This is not good.
Did anything important happen?
You belong to those scum who call themselves dragon hunters? Really, I had expected that you had more honor in you than to join up with those people. If it were up to me, I'd chase them all out of the castle. Let the orcs take care of them.
Unlike Lord Hagen, they are here.
Yes. Unfortunately, they're all we have. Innos is putting us through a very hard test indeed.
I need to talk to you about Jan.
Jan? Who's that?
A dragon hunter. He's a blacksmith.
Oh yes, I remember. What about him?
He wants to work in the smithy.
Out of the question. He isn't one of us and I don't trust him.
Can't you reconsider the matter with Jan?
No, my decision is firm.
And apart from that?
Leave me alone.
Some don't even know how wicked they are. Enough trouble. Got my own opinion. Nobody will learn anything from me. Let's wait and see what happens.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Will it ever change?
What happened in the castle?
Nothing that I've heard. Of course,
I talked to Parzival.
So?
He doesn't trust us dragon hunters.
Damn, I just want to work. Then I might as well give up. Only Garand can help me now.
He didn't get that from me.
That was obvious all along. Let's wait and see what happens.
Where did you pick that up?
I've heard a thing or two. You already know what I think.
Really believe that?
No idea, you tell me.
Can't you
No. Leave me.
We're gonna make it.
What? Is he back?
No, he is a...
That's good.
Jan...
I see.
Yes?
If you're so sure, if he calls...
I'll vouch for Jan.
All right. He can use the smithy. Of course, he'll also have to provide my men with swords. Luckily not.
His deeds were just.
That's really not my problem.
Go get your hammer. There's work for you.
You did? How'd you manage that?
I had to vouch for you, so don't disappoint me.
Don't worry. I'm glad that I can work it all.
I agree with you completely.
Hey, you! What happened in the castle?
Nothing that I've heard.
But he knew that all along.
Teach me how to be a smith.
What exactly do you plan to make?
He didn't get that from me.
You hardly
What?
know who to believe these days.
He really didn't deserve that.
Can I buy?
If I had any, I'd sell.
I'd have done it differently.
Can you make one for me then?
Well, if you want something better, you'll have to get me the materials.
What is it you need?
You want to fight the dragons, don't you? Bring me some dragon scales. With those, I should be able to cobble something together for you. 20 scales should be enough.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
He really didn't deserve that.
I agree with you completely.
Some don't even know how big.
It's a bad business.
I've heard a thing or two.